Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and another bucket list tool checked off the list. This is a 12-inch titanium adjustable wrench from CountyComm. This thing is just a piece of art, and kind of like Michelangelo's sculptures, like the David. This started out as a solid block of titanium, and 7 hours later of CNC machining, you end up with the main frame of this. So just like Michelangelo removing all of the marble that wasn't David, and he's left with the sculpture, all of the titanium was removed that wasn't this beautiful wrench. Now, what do you need a titanium wrench for, let alone a 12-inch one? Obviously, you're working on sensitive electronics or bomb disposal, navigation systems, MRIs, or just because. And to me, this fits into the just because category. It's like a piece of elegance that shows what humans can do when they want to. They can make a beautiful adjustable titanium wrench, 100% functional. Now, I was playing around with this. Oh, first of all, I want to mention, I should have included this. This is that Zombie Tools Trauma Hawk. A Zombie Tools tool, basically, was also on my bucket list. I always wanted one. It's a Montana company, so that one counts as well. So I've acquired 2 this year. That's pretty good. A bucket list tool, if you didn't see my earlier video, is basically one of those tools that you always want. It doesn't have to be functional within your workspace, but you just wanted it. And this was one, the snap-on claw hammer. I thought it was ridiculous, and they're wildly expensive. But it's once you see one, it's like, someday I'd like to have one of those to hang on my wall. Well, I've got another here. I'll try to find uses for it, but that's not the point. It's not cheap either. These are about $350. They're also limited production, so you can't, wait very long. It is a set or a series, one of the largest. There is the 6-inch, there's an 8-inch, and then there's this 12-inch. The 12-inch is noticeably bulkier and heavier, and that's okay. It's a titanium wrench. It's got some lightning holes here. It doesn't affect the structural integrity. Just gorgeous. Also, I started playing around with the grip strength on some of these, and this one won. And I think they call this the flank drive adjustable wrench, but literally when I clamp that down, especially with those indentations in the jaw, I'm literally hanging on this, and this is a big wrench, and jerking, grabbing the bolt and shaking it, and it stays on nice and tight. These others can hold it for a bit, but nothing is solid. It's pretty amazing. Then I started looking at the angles, the way these approach the flat surfaces, say on a nut, and kind of line it up here. You can see it's just excellent the way that rolls in. And then if I snug it up, I can support the wrench, but barely. Same with these others. This one actually can get some pretty good strength right there. It's sort of a test you can try at home. This great big giant one, I can, because of just the sheer mass, the ability to snug that up, I can hold it, but it's definitely, I'm not going to shake that one around. But this thing, that's probably the most solid grip there. Now, as far as the price, that $350 for one of these things, well, Snap-on USA made ones. This one was made in Spain. This one was made in Sweden. They're approaching the $200 mark. They're still a little ways away, I believe, but they're going after that number. So suddenly, what seems like a high cost for a beautiful tool like this is actually in striking distance of one off the tool truck. I also want to say thanks to a viewer across the pond who sent me a couple of these footprint wrenches. These are an old school design. It's actually, I believe, still in production, but they're also an adjustable wrench, more of a clamp type wrench, and I guess they have quite a following. The more I've looked into these, you can see made in England, I think out of Sheffield, England. known as footprint wrenches. Seems like a solid design, and then of course the harder you're hanging on to it, the stronger the actual grip onto the fastener, and especially with that curved surface. So I'm learning a little bit more about these, so thank you. It's always great to learn. But anyway, so there it is. I thought I'd show you what one of these things is really like. It's a beefy, big, huge, expensive titanium wrench that took a long time to make. 7 hours of CNC time is expensive. But if you want one, they're available, but I don't know for how long. And with that, Doc out.